Hey everyone, it's OSK. How's everybody doing? Today is the start of Lost Ark. It is the start of the head start if you bought a Founders Pack, and on the 11th you'll have the full launch. So today I figured for all the new players coming into Lost Ark, I would provide you a nice little bit of resources so that you can get more acquainted with the game, as it has been out for a while and there's been plenty of articles, plenty of Google Docs, plenty of websites that have shown up over the years to prepare new players for their new Lost Ark journey. So what I'll be doing in today's video is going over some of my favorite content creators that I follow so that I get a head start on the competition here in the NA and EU release. I'll be going over some websites and online resources that I found that I personally have found helpful, and I'll be going over official sources from the Lost Ark dev team itself, Smilegate, so that you can stay ahead of the curve and you can get started on the best foot possible. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now guys, before we get into the meat of the video, I just want to go over this graphic that's from the official Lost Ark Discord. This graphic displays all the regions that we're getting as part of the NA-EU release, so this is going to be very important to determine which server you're going to be playing on. This graphic is pretty self-explanatory. It lists all the server names, what region they're going to be in, and also what country they're intended for. So if you look here, you see all your country flags. That's basically, if you're in that country that has a flag by it, that's going to be the server that you're going to have pretty much the best ping on, the best performance on. And they have some additional notes here. Keep in mind that English is going to be pretty prevalent across all of them, but if your country's flag has a red background, you'll see that language in the global chat occasionally. If it's orange, you'll see a decent amount of it. If it's yellow, you'll occasionally bump into one or two people who will have that language. And if it's green, you won't see that language unless you actively are searching for it. Other than that, there's some size indicators. You can see PvP usually involved with the bigger servers. That's going to be Kadon for EU Central, and it's going to be Azina for US East. There hasn't really been any PvP hubs that have been labeled for South America or US West. I guess they'll wait and see how those servers will develop and if the community will actually be favoring one server over the other as far as PvP goes, but for right now they haven't designated any server that they anticipate any of that activity to go on. Also interesting to note, if you're an Oceania player, it's looking like they want you to go ahead and get on the US West Vaulton server. That's going to be your preferred server of choice. So yeah, wanted to get this graphic out there just in case some of you guys haven't seen it. If you're just booting up into Lost Ark and you're like, hey, what region do I want to pick? Now you have a graphic to help you out. Now, going over the content creators, there are so many for Lost Ark that I can't list them all, but these are some of the ones that come to the top of my head, some of the people that I've been watching to prepare for the release of Lost Ark in NA-EU, and that's what we're going to go over here today. So getting started, of course, the first one I'm going to list is Saiwo. He's been covering the game for many years. He's always on top of his stuff whenever it comes to new updates, new content, also has some great guides, so I highly recommend you check him out. Just keep in mind what day it is that the video is posted that he posts, because he's got some old ones and some of them might not be as up to date as others, especially with the new release. You definitely want to watch out for that, but he is a great content creator. He's been doing it for a long time, and I really appreciate the stuff that he brings to the table. Same thing goes for Sano. This guy is a machine. He's going to be your more informative content creator, probably the most informative player that we have that speaks English over here, that's been trying to get the Western audience caught up to the Korean side. So definitely check out his stuff. There's very technical stuff that he does, and he also is a pretty great streamer. I've watched his stream a few times, and I find it very informative, very enjoyable. You might also notice later in the video that he is the author of some of these online resources that I'm going to share, so definitely make sure to show him some love just for that reason alone as well. Cannon is another streamer that I found here pretty recently. He posts some really entertaining stuff, also has some great discussions with some of the top players from the Korean side and the Russian side. If you're looking for tier lists, if you're looking for anything enjoyable to watch for a sizable amount of time, definitely go check out Cannon. Same thing goes for Stoops, very similar content. I find him more on the entertaining side than anything, but I still want to shout him out. And the last two I'm going to list here, Binley Gaming and Hi, I'm Fox. I've discovered very recently, like within the last day or two, but I have found their content to be pretty helpful, especially Hi, I'm Fox. He posts pretty frequently, and so does Binley Gaming, to be honest. Binley Gaming posts sometimes multiple times a day, and he also streams here right on YouTube. So at the cost of maybe drawing you away from some of my own content, definitely check those guys out, because I think they provide a lot to the table. I think you can get a lot of good information from them, and they're pretty entertaining as well. All right, guys, this is the real meat and potatoes of the video. These are the websites and online resources that I have found that I personally find very helpful when I'm getting started for Lost Ark. So I'm going to kind of rapid fire through them, give you a brief description. I have put them all in the description as well as the content creators I mentioned before. So definitely check out the description. Definitely check out all the socials that are down there. But I am going to rapid fire through these to save you some time, because I bet you want to hop in the game right now. Starting with this visual flow chart, you're going to want to familiarize yourself with this. Takes you through tier 1, tier 2, and even tier 3 parts of progression. Also gives you an idea of what you want to do once you hit level 50. I found it very helpful. I'm going to be following it myself whenever I get into the game. So make sure you familiarize yourself with it. Download that information into your brain, because it's going to be very helpful for you guys. Next, we have 2 Google Docs posted by Saintone himself, one of the content creators from the previous section. This is the self-proclaimed Bible of Lost Ark, so you're going to want to familiarize yourself with everything in here. If you know all the information in these 2 documents that are down in the description, you're going to be very, probably the most knowledgeable person on the planet, because personally, I don't know how anyone can remember this within a short amount of time, but these players have had years to compile all this data, so definitely familiarize yourself with this. Keep in mind that most of this is done through the Korean server, so some of this information might not have caught up to the NA EU launch, since it is behind as far as patches go, but you still have the information there if you need it. And in the future, if you're looking at an expansion coming out and it's been done in Korea before, it might give you some head start information on that. Next up, you got OmniPower's Lost Ark class breakdown. This is basically going to tell you what each class does, how they perform in both PvE and PvP, and a lot more than just that. So definitely check it out. Get yourself familiarized with all your classes. If you're done grinding to level 50 and you're trying to wonder what you're going to be maining, maybe after you grinded a few alt characters, definitely check out this Google spreadsheet, because I think it'll be very helpful for you guys. Other than that, you got the 2 main subreddits. You have r/Lost Ark Game and r/Lost Ark Guild. A lot of these resources that I found that I'm going to be listing, I found through the subreddit, so make sure that you join up in there. It's a lot of memes. It's a lot of good time. Lost Ark Guild is pretty focused on guild recruitment, but Lost Ark Game, you got your memes, you got your information. People have been playing it for a long time. Make sure you familiarize yourself with any important posts that comes through this way, and also within the last 2 weeks, because they've been posting nonstop since then. All right, here we go. Here's some of the databases you're going to want to familiarize yourself with. Definitely check out the description, because I'm going to be listing them right now, rapid fire. Let's go. Lawa, Lost Ark Database, Lost Ark Maxroll.gg, Papunica, LostArkDatabase.com with the map, Lost Ark Codex, Lost Archive. Definitely check out all those websites. A lot of them are pretty muddled as far as databases go, but they provide great information if you can muddle through it all, and I think it'll help you on your journey. So as I said, all those resources are in the description. Make sure you check them out, and if you happen to meet the content creators who contributed to them, make sure you say thank you. Those were some of the websites that I have bookmarked in my personal Chrome tab. Now we're going to move on to the official resources, starting with, of course, the official Lost Ark website. That's playlostark.com. You're going to want to check this out for any official game news, any patch notes, anything that you could possibly want as far as community support, any news about the game. If you just want to read up about the game, they have a good About tab, so you can check it out there. They also have some forums on the Play Lost Ark website, so you can check those out as well. You'll find plenty of player discussions, but I'm going to get into the Discord now. The Discord of Lost Ark, pretty well built out. This is where you'll find the main hub for community interaction. It has over 80,000 members, and a lot of those are veterans, so definitely make sure you check it out. If you've got any questions, make sure to ask in there. It's a very tight-knit community, and they definitely help out the new guys. And last but not least, I'm going to call out their YouTube channel. It's pretty much what you'd expect. Plenty of commentaries, plenty of new class trailers that are going to be coming out here in the future that will be posted on there. And yeah, anything that you want to keep up with in video form as far as official Lost Ark content goes, you can check out on their YouTube channel. And like I said, everything that I've mentioned before is linked in the description, so check it out and make sure that you're well familiar with these resources before you hop into Lost Ark. And that's going to be all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And by the time this video is up, I should be streaming right here on YouTube, so go ahead and check that out. Check out the channel, see what you like. I'm going to be making a ton of Lost Ark content, so hopefully you guys enjoy that in the future. And you can also find me in the socials down below in the description. That's going to do it for me. Been OSK. Have a great day, and I will see you later, or maybe even on the stream. Have a nice one.